What's the scariest thing you've come across on YouTube or on the internet? Station nightclub fire video. I can't go anywhere with indoor pyro since seeing it. Helmet cam footage from a war. During an attack, soldiers got flanked, camera guy gets shot pretty bad and hears his mates dying in the background. Then there's footsteps, a guy comes close and says, "Oh, a camera, nice." He grabs it and walks off while filming the trenches with the bodies in there. He yells at his mate, "We got them all, I've found a camera and it's still recording." They both rejoice. Coldest thing. Some guy got caught in a fabric rolling machine. His feet and legs were slamming the ground at a high rate of speed. Just turned everything that hit the ground into hamburger. Probably died of shock. Who knows? Probably two guys, one hammer. I don't totally remember what it's called, but it was of some dudes, maybe teens in Ukraine, killing a man by some train tracks with a hammer. That was the video where I thought, I'm done watching fucked up videos on the internet. The Russian brick video, impossible to forget once you've seen it. This is a smart comment section to go in right before I sleep. Footage of a guy getting his throat slashed in a mall. Don't quote me on this, somewhere in Australia. The stabbed guy stands there with his hands on his throat for a few seconds, and when he lets go there is so much blood coming out of his neck. Like all of it at once just gushes out. He falls to the floor and that's it. I was not expecting that at all, and I'm pretty sure he died almost instantly. The not friendly neighbors arguing about shoveling snow. One neighbor goes inside to get his gun, and then not a good ending. IDK if this counts as scary, but it was creepy. I found out that my estranged father posted family videos to YouTube without telling or asking anyone. One of them was me as a toddler naked in a bath. One of the most viewed videos was of my mom breastfeeding me when I was a baby. He also put the full names of several people, me included, in the titles. This only came to my attention because a cousin of mine found these videos by looking up my name. I actively avoid the bad stuff like everything here, lol. But I love free climbing roof-topping content and stumbled into the video of Wu Yongning getting rim rocked on a ledge of a skyscraper, hands on the ledge, feet over on the wall. He didn't have enough strength to pull himself up and then he drops off screen. 62 stories. The dread of being in that situation. Have family who live in a small rural town. Wanted to see if there was any YouTube content featuring the town. There wasn't, but I came across a YouTube channel that had a video that was just a featureless screen with the name of the town, then repeat the name of the town, and it's a wonderful place to live. It's a wonderful place to live in a robotic voice. Thing is, there were hundreds of random towns all the same thing. Never found the channel again. The Antoinette Kaidito 911 call. She was kidnapped from her home in the 80s at age 9, and there was a phone call from a girl to the police claiming to be her, and a voice in the background yells, "Who said you could use the phone?" before she screams. A girl that looked like her was also seen at a diner. She kept dropping her fork and grabbing the waitress. A note was found on a napkin that said, "Help me and call the police." It's so sad and terrifying. Russian brick video. A guy is driving down the highway with his wife in the passenger seat. In front of them is a truck carrying a load of bricks. At some point one of the bricks falls off and smashes through the windshield into the wife's face. This is dashcam footage, so you can't see the aftermath. But the combination of the husband's blood-curdling scream and the still shot of the broken windshield is absolutely horrifying. That video has been stuck in my mind for a long time now. I hate it. I was watching a Wendigoon compilation about weird internet images and videos, and there was this one picture of a young girl and an even younger kid lying tied and gagged in the back of a van. Somehow it got to me really bad, even though a lot of things in that compilation was way worse. I was totally expecting some creepypasta, Slender Man, fake internet stuff from this post. The replies are very not that. The video of the dude that casually gets an axe and smacks another dude in the head with it. When I first came across Tor, I would spend hours following random links. Obviously, I know how stupid that is now. One day I came across a directory full of crime scene reports, including photos and some videos. There were several autopsy reports too. To this day, the image of Mexican cartel members that have been shot in the head with hollow points still pops into my head ever now and again. You'll have scared me sufficiently. Time to watch videos of silly ferrets and kittens. People who think they know how to handle firearms but shouldn't be in the same city as a gun. Guy shoots a steel plate 100 yards away with a Barrett .50 BMG. You hear him hit nicked by the ricochet before you hear the steel get hit. Women firing a Desert Eagle .50 AE and getting smacked in the face by the recoil. They all look funny, but that's because nobody dies. The couple who tried to make a video using a telephone book to stop a bullet after seeing others do it. Others used .22 LR. They used .44 mag. She took 2 years for involuntary manslaughter. I'm seriously so disturbed by reading the descriptions of videos on this post. Flushed face. In the mid-90s, I remember when I was 11 trying to find naked pictures of 11-year-old girls. I had absolutely zero idea about internet porn being a thing, kind of wasn't back then, I guess. And just wanted to know what girls looked like naked. Well, I found the pics, and 11-year-old me was satisfied and didn't think much of it until a fair few years later when I realized I spent about an hour in the internet and found CP. That was way too easy for a kid to find, and thank fuck it didn't end up with cops raiding grandparents' house. I have a vivid memory of finding a live stream website streaming hidden cameras in public toilets when I was probably 10 or 11. I was morbidly curious and watched a few, thinking it was fake, but realized that it was, in fact, not. I was so young that I didn't know what emotion to feel. It was posted in a sexual manner, and yet it was so disgusting to see people casually in a private situation like that. Ever since then I've been horrified of cameras in public toilets or the bowl of porta potties. The internet is a very weird and horrifying place. Aftermath of a school shooting. Wasn't scary, but just sad and almost unsettling. Tied with first is the killing of a man by a cartel. Apparently the man had slept with someone's girl and they burned him alive, cut him into pieces, and overall just tortured him. All that was left was his head on a spike, missing what looked like was his jaw and skin all around. Honestly, so fucked up. It's not nearly as bad as some of the things I have read on here, but I saw a YouTuber doing a vlog near where I lived and I joined and saw myself being directly recorded from a direction I didn't identify for a solid few minutes until I realized that the camera was looking directly through my window and at me. Not horrible, but not fun to find out that there is a camera you had absolutely no idea about was recording you. I just wanted to read about spooky videos of ghosts or something, not real people dying. WTF. The video of a guy getting stabbed somewhere in EU. Bunch of guys going back and forth like they're going to fight, and all of a sudden, one of the guys stabs a larger guy in the neck. He was dead within seconds. You can see that there's nothing to be done, and it really shows how quickly life can unnecessarily be taken. It's horrifying. The audio tape recording of Jonestown cult killing. It has this church music playing backwards that bleeds through from the other side of the tape while you're hearing these people being killed. If anything is haunted and cursed, it is that tape. Well, recently, a video about a cat in a blender has been floating around. That was pretty freaking awful. The guy who did it got caught, and let's hope the dude gets massive prison time. Bianca Devins. I thought I was a hardened person that could withstand anything, even dead bodies and gore. That is until I woke up, rolled over and opened Instagram first thing in the morning as I always did, and instead of anime and cute pictures, I was immediately bombarded with the pictures of her. I literally threw up. That was years ago and it still bothers me. Imagine being her parents or friends and having to see that. I literally don't think I would be able to get through that. And then people flooded tags like kittens with it. People are fucked up.